Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rose and I am on a debt-free journey. So please come along as I um, update my April 15th through April 30th budget worksheet. Like I said, I'll be updating my budget worksheet. I'll be going over my variable expense tracker and I'll be closing the budget for this period in the same video. Okay, so first I'm going to go over the income and then I'm going to switch over to the expense tracker. For April 15th through the 29th or the 30th, if I might push it there, I budgeted for total income of $3,676.42. However, the actual amount spent for the period was $6,764.55. And I'm going to go over the variances. So there was a refund for my cell phone bill for the other parties that are on the bill. That was $108 that I got. There's a refund on one of the credit cards for the overpayment. That's $101.13. I transferred in $2,879 from my special project savings. So that's those three transfers or transactions rather um, brought the income up to $6,764.55. As you can see, I am over budget by $27.48. So please just journey with me so I can explain my budgeted and my actual spending. Alright, so let me just show you my expense tracker and then I'll come back to the budget worksheet. Alright, so this is how I do my expense tracking. And when I'm closing out my budget, I go through my bank details because I do not use cash to do any transaction. Because for me, it's easier when I use my bank account when I use my debit card so I can track everything online. Alright, so for Costco, I did not budget for Costco. Did not budget for this prescription either. I did not budget for moving like I explained earlier and also for this chair. So for medical, the total use was $17.72. Fuel, 164.46. Subscription, 68.99. And for groceries, 223.85. Unexpected is $10.90, which is this chair right here. So all these I linked to the April budget worksheet. So let's go over it now. Okay, so for the category housing and general expense, my line items are water. I paid $281.13 for water. I budgeted $150. But this $101.13 I used to make the difference. However, when I went in to make the $150 payment, I ended up paying $180 instead of the $150. So that pushed me over my budget by $30 right here. So even though this is showing $131 from the income, it's actually $30 because this $101 was not budgeted and it's not income really because it's an overpayment on the account that I decided to use to bring down my water bill. For my gas payment, that was made on target. Electricity, I budgeted 160, I paid 150. Internet and cell phone, those are good to go. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a refund for the that I got from the other parties for the cell phone, so that's covered. For fuel, I budgeted $150. I spent $164.46. So I overspent for this line item by $14.46. Groceries overspent again as usual. Wow. Alright, so I overspent by $53.85. And I'm honestly trying to get my budget or my spending for groceries under control. It's a little bit challenging, but I think I'm gonna get it. I'm working on it. Yeah, car insurance came in for the 393.13. That was the exact amount. And prescription, I did not budget for, like I explained earlier, but I spent $17.72. All right, so for housing and general expense, I overspent for that category by $207.16 here. But if I should take out this $101.13, I actually overspent by $106.03. If I should take out the overpayment for the credit on that was on the credit sitting on the credit card. Okay. So moving along to savings and investment category. Okay, so for savings and investment, I for my virtual sinking funds account, I budgeted $30, but it's actually going to get $12.28, and that's because I took the $17.72 to cover the prescription here. Um, Nothing was budgeted for emergency, for special project, moving. This is money used, not money going into the savings. So I'm just taking this out, which is $2,879. Let me go over to the sinking fund tracker so you can see it right here that it was taken out. So these are the two transactions for April, which is the medical and for my special project here. Okay, so moving on to personal and discretionary, I budgeted $35 for the barber for my son, and that's the exact amount that was spent. All right, and let me just pause here and just give a quick little tip. If you are on a debt-free journey, if you are budgeting, it's important that you compare your budget with your actual spending, just to give you a sense of where your money is going and what you may need to adjust in the budget or even in the future. So it's imperative that you compare your budget with your actual. All right, so let's move along to my debt section. Both car payments came in for the budgeted amount. For credit cards, I budgeted $596.35. However, I there was a calculation error. The correct amount should have been $618.13. So that um, calculation error cost me $21.78. Um, both personal loans came in for the budgeted amount. So for my debt section, the budgeted amount was $2,075.64. I actually spent $2,097.42, which is, like I said, $21.78 over the amount that I budgeted for. All right. So let's move on to my miscellaneous section of my budget. I budgeted for subscription $8.99, and I actually spent $68.99. I totally forgot about the Costco subscription. I initially wanted to cancel it, but I didn't get the chance to cancel it. I didn't do it on time, so I was charged. Okay, so for my unexpected um, line item, after I completed the budget, I had this $45.51 left over. So I just put it here for unexpected. I used $10.90 to purchase two chairs um, from my job, as they are disposing of some items, and I decided to purchase two of the chairs. So I have $34.61 that was left over, that was used to offset this $27.48 that my budget is actually in the deficit for. So as I reflect on this budget period, um, the decision that I've made, for the most part, I did not actually stick to the budget, especially in my variable spending. So this is where I think I need to really bottle down in to get this part of my budget under control, especially when it comes to sticking to groceries. It's hard because we cannot really dictate the price of food, and each time you go to the supermarket, the prices are not the same. Um, so I'll just take note of my shortfalls and see how best I can make up for the upcoming budgeting period. So, all right, and that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for joining me on this personal finance journey, my budgeting journey, and my debt-free journey. Remember, be mindful of your expenses, as it is the key to financial stability. Um, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you are looking to take control of your finances, please consider starting your own budget tracking journey. Let me know in the comment section how you manage your expenses and any tips you have for staying on track. Until next time, stay financially savvy. See you in the next video.